Hello friends. In this short video, I am going to explain a very beautiful poem from your textbook in English class 11th, Hornbill. And the name of the poem is Photograph. Photograph by Shirley Toulson. It's a very touching and evocative poem that reflects on the nature of loss, nostalgia, memory, and the passage of time. Here is a detailed explanation of the poem, but first do subscribe to this channel. Now, the detailed summary. The poem opens with the speaker looking at a photograph of her mother, taken when her mother was a young girl. The photograph shows the mother, then around 12 years old, standing on a beach with her cousins. The poet notes the happiness and innocence captured in the image, contrasting it with the present reality of her mother's death. The poem moves through three stages, very important. The moment captured in the photograph, the mother's reflections on the photograph, and the poet's own feelings about her mother's death. Now, stanza-wise explanation. Very important. Please stay tuned. Stanza number 1. And it says, "The cardboard shows me how it was when the two girl cousins went paddling, each one holding of my mother's hands, and she, the big girl, some 12 years or so." In the first stanza, the poet describes the photograph itself. It is an old cardboard framed picture showing three girls on a beach. The central figure is the poet's mother, who is about 12 years old. She is holding hands with her two younger cousins. The image captures a moment of joy and innocence. Now, stanza 2. All three stood still to smile through their hair at the uncle with the camera. A sweet face, my mother's, that was before I was born, and the sea, which appears to have changed less, washed their terribly transient feet. The second stanza continues describing the photograph. The girls are smiling at the camera, their hair blown by the wind. The poet reflects on the transience of life, noting that the sea that seems timeless washed their transient feet. This contrast between the eternal sea and the fleeting lives of the girls underscores the theme of impermanence. Now, stanza number 3. Some 20-30 years later, she'd laugh at the snapshot. "See Betty and Dolly," she'd say, "and look how they dressed us for the beach. The sea holiday was her past, mine is her laughter, both wry with the labored ease of loss." In the third stanza, the poet shifts to a later time when her mother would look at the photograph and would feel nostalgic. The mother would laugh at the outdated fashion and recall the names of her cousins, Betty and Dolly. For the mother, the sea holiday is a distant memory, while for the poet, her mother's laughter and the stories she told are now memories. The phrase "labored ease of loss" captures the complexity of their emotions, the ease of recalling happy memories is intertwined with the labor of coping with loss. Now, stanza number 4. Please stay tuned. Now, she's been dead nearly as many years as that girl lived. And of this circumstance, there is nothing to say at all. It's silence, silences. The final stanza brings the reader to the present. The poet reflects on the death of her mother, noting that she has been dead for nearly as many years as she lived. The poet finds herself at a loss for words, overwhelmed by the silence of death. The repetition of silence emphasizes the void left by her mother's passing. Now, themes. Number 1, the passage of time. The poem explores how time affects our lives and memories. The photograph captures a moment from the past, but the lives of those in the picture have changed dramatically. And then number 2, transience and permanence. There is a stark contrast between the transient nature of human life and the seeming permanence of the natural world, symbolized by the sea. Next, number 3, memory and loss. The poem delves into how memories are preserved through photographs and storytelling, and how these memories become poignant after the loss of a loved one. The poem Photograph by Shirley Toulson is a moving exploration of memory, loss, and inexorable passage of time, conveyed through the simple yet powerful image of an old photograph. This is the end of this video. Thanks for watching. See you in the next video.